There's a wonderful scene in The Lord of the Rings where Saruman says to Gandalf, "Won't you come up to the tower?" And all the men were sure that he would join forces with Saruman. And Gandalf laughs and says, "Saruman, you should have been the class jester." And Tolkien very deftly writes, "getting the better of his mirth." I'll walk you through some of the promising leads that these horrifying murderers shut down in favor of promoting Nosferatu and all these lies, cowardly lies. And it goes beyond just my investigation, which proves that Zell was talking about AIDS before it happened and set up this Venus flytrap operation with John Lennon's cult in the Jeff Corporation, Gurdjieff cult in the Jeff Corporation, from which he slimed. I mean, that alone led back to the letters of Gay, Ill, Carolyn Burson. So obviously it's a network. But I'll tell you some of the other promising leads. They refused to disclose. At the Community College of Allegheny County, which I saw a great deal of in my life, there are decapitated peace signs built into the main frame of the main campus building, Milton Hall, and the library building. And the man who designed these decapitated peace signs in the building, huge decapitated peace signs, built 1025 Bidwell Church on Liverpool, 1025 Liverpool Street, which is Mother Earth Day. It's my mother's birthday and Midori Goto's birthday. And Toon had all set up to cut the pennies. You're a penny shy to get Midori Goto unless you want to sacrifice your mother. You know, this auction house at the Bidwell scene. So, and Liverpool, 1025 Liverpool, the magic day of Midori Goto's birthday. And 25 was the oblique stroke to Goto. Another factor was Artec. They called the Ammons house from WQED, who were making the carrot tapes and all that stuff. And holding me hostage at the Bronstein Austro Laboratories as a child, which they extruded for the Neva Corporation. So they had the devil, from the rabbit hat, magic rabbit hat of Oswald the Mellon Corporation bandits, who psychopathically believe that a collaboration with a friend on art somehow will rescue them from the implications of being involved in mass murder and the extermination of children. Bizarre. I mean, and they even, the Night of the Living Dead, Kyra was named in the letters. She was a gender shifter. You know, Kyra was like, they used to laugh that the hoagie covered with chocolate sauce was what eating off her father's arm. These are people sticking vile things, biological toxins, in the mouth of someone who was their client. They call this doctor, doctoring somebody as a patient, poison the mouth. I mean, they're really psychotic crazies. And the reason they did that was because they delivered a virgin Hardy to me. Like, that's my fault. So it's my fault, so I get to be poisoned by them because they were jealous. And they wouldn't let me go to school because they knew that I could think clearly. And so they said, he can't think clearly on the charts. They said, I believe I was kidnapped and tortured. Believe I was kidnapped and tortured. believe I was freezing cold and too scared to go to school and they found me in a stolen car and kidnapped and tortured me. I believe. Woo! Like I made that up out of thin air. Artek built the Indian Parliament and the Jonas Salk Laboratories in San Diego. The Indian people were all mixed up in the chess game that went on for Boris Obama. Artek, they called themselves. Arguably a complete ripoff of Buckminster Fuller. False premises, false. And over by Leslie Park, they have this party where they locked me from the inside. And Kasper Roski, the guy who attacked me as a child, comes. I saw someone head over to the corner. I'm trying to get out the back door, right? They have it locked from the inside. Salk labor, over by Leslie Park. So you get Salk labor, Two Virgins Pussy Ball, a guy talking about AIDS before it happened, all the same little network. WQED, when Queen Elizabeth dies, we'll talk about it. Promising leads, they refuse to investigate. When I get out my old books about it, and I belabor the point about the Zell postcard because that's clear and hard work undercover. And they were the green people. They had earth badges and the Gurdjieff clock. But they said that it's because schools don't have the answers. They were the ones racing around school buses and then trying to pin it on me. They were the ones coming violently with weapons into school and dragging me off to pedophile dens where I was tortured and poisoned horribly. And you trust them. You trust them. Because they come up with little sly things like, you too. Oh, that gives me goosebumps. The pathetic is subjected to successive degradations in mixed mode and then subsided into a larger structure dominated by Pope Carl. They refuse to look at any of it. None. They won't look into it. They won't investigate. They won't publish about it. They won't write articles. They won't put Police Digest in front of the friendly neighborhood computer for officers to understand what they're doing. They refuse. Instead, they come up with these stupid stories to the effect that you know what it is? They're jealous of my friendship with Ray, I guess. We were friends. And they were blood-curdling haters. Through and through. Hate.